Okay, so we have seen that the steam formation at the atmospheric pressure conditions. Now let us go to the next point. So see, there is a one interesting thing regarding the steam. What is that? Suppose I am having the heating of the water at atmospheric conditions, then that water will be converted into the steam at a particular temperature, and that is 100 degrees centigrade. So the F point that we are calling as the saturated liquid point, while the G point we are calling it as a saturated vapor point. So see, this we have discussed for the last slide, and during this we are having the pressure of 1.013 bar, that is atmospheric pressure we can say. Okay, so we are having the pressure of 1.013 bar, actually that is a vapor pressure. So we are going to understand that. So this is the steam formation curve for a particular pressure. Now if I increase the pressure, if I increase the pressure on the water, what will happen? So see, in this case, if we increase the pressure, the line is shifted up. The line is shifted up. So heating is occurring like this, and F point will be somewhere here, while the temperature of this F point is shifted up. And suppose we are having the 5 bar pressure, then temperature for that 5 bar pressure to convert the water into steam is 152 degrees centigrade. So what we can say, the pressure, if the pressure is 5 bar, then saturation temperature of water is 152 degrees centigrade. So what is the conclusion from here? You can say that if the pressure on the water or is increased, then the saturation temperature is also going to increase. Are you in this point? So see, one interesting thing that you are seeing in your kitchens at your home, that the pressure cookers are we are using. So why we are using the pressure cookers? Why we are using the pressure cookers? Because see, pressure cookers are increasing the pressure on the water, due to which the temperature may be increased for the water. Otherwise what will happen? You have to add the heat till that water will be completely converted into the steam, and then you have to increase its temperature. So it will take a lot of heat. Suppose particularly we are having some food which is not cooking at a particular lower temperatures. It may require the larger temperatures. Particularly you may have some few of may are the non-vegetarians. So those are knowing that it will require the higher temperatures. So higher temperatures are not possible if you are having the lower temperatures. It is possible, but you have to add the more heat in it, and then you have to uh, increase its temperature. Okay, are you getting this point? But if you are increasing the pressure on the water by using the pressure cooker, then temperature of the water can be increased. Okay, so that is one thing. Now another interesting thing from here you are getting now, that question is for all of you, that I am having 1.013 bar, then water gets converted into the steam at 100 degrees centigrade. Similarly, if I am having the pressure at 5 bar, then that water gets converted into the steam at 152 degrees centigrade. Similarly, if I am having the pressure at 10 bar, then the saturation temperature of that water is near about 180 degrees centigrade. Means what? If you are applying the pressure of 10 bar, then the water will converted into the steam at 180 degrees centigrade. then is it possible for me to have the water at 120 degrees centigrade? Suppose I am having the temperature of the H2O as 130 degrees centigrade or 120 degrees centigrade. Then can you tell me the phase of that particular H2O? What should be the phase? It should be liquid or vapor. What do you think? Yes, what do you think? Suppose I am having the H2O. I'm not saying water because water maybe in your mind it is a liquid. But just I am saying I am having H2O at 130 degrees centigrade. Then what should be its phase? It should be liquid or it should be vapor. Can you text it in your message? Yes, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, tell me. Yes, I can listen. Yes. Vapor. Okay, one is saying vapor. Yes, all of you are agree with this? It must be vapor. Okay, Vivek saying no. Then what it should be? What it should be? See, you can't tell the state. You can't tell the phase till you are not knowing the pressure. If you are not knowing the pressure of the water, you can't say that it is a liquid or it is a vapor. Suppose if I am saying that the pressure on water is 5 bar and the temperature is 130 degrees centigrade, then what is the state? It should be liquid. Water, or you can say that H2O must be liquid if the pressure is 5 bar. But if the pressure is 1.013 bar, then it must be a vapor. Are you getting this point? So, water, it is possible to have the liquid water at 130 degrees centigrade. It is possible to have the liquid water at 150 degrees centigrade. It is possible to have the liquid water at 180 degrees centigrade also. How it is possible? It is possible if you increase the pressure on that water above 10 bar. Suppose I am having the 20 bar, then definitely at 180 bar we can have a liquid state for H2O. Are you getting this point or not? Yes or no? Yes? Are you getting it this point? So the temperature of the liquid or state of the liquid is depend upon not only the temperature but upon the pressure also. So you can have the liquid water at 130 degrees centigrade also, liquid water at 150 degrees centigrade also. You can have the liquid water at 180 degrees centigrade also. Only thing is that you have to increase its pressure. Similarly, yesterday also we had discussed one example. Suppose we are keeping the water in the atmospheric conditions. What will happen? It gets converted into the vapor. So what you can say? The vapor is available at room conditions. So what is the room temperature? It is not more than 40 degrees centigrade, 45 degrees centigrade. So what you can say? The vapor is available at 40 degrees centigrade also. It is available at 70 degrees centigrade also. It is available at 20 degrees centigrade also. So steam may be there at 20 degrees centigrade. But what you have to do? You have to reduce the pressure. You have to reduce the vapor pressure on that steam or on that water. If you reduce the steam pressure, vapor pressure, then the steam may be available at lower temperatures also. So there is not a such fixed point that we will have the steam above this temperature or steam at water at certain level temperature. Means till the date I think you may have understanding that 100 degrees centigrade is essential for having the steam. It is not that. It may be available at 90 degrees centigrade also. It may be available at 110 degrees centigrade also. It may be available at 150 degrees centigrade also. Are you in this point? Or any doubt in this? Yes, any doubts? If you are having the doubts, please ask me. Please. All of you got this? Shall we proceed then? Yes or no? Okay, so Vivek have got that. Okay, so let us go to the next point then. So what is my point? My point is that if we are having the more pressure, you will have the more saturation temperatures, and those pressure and temperature pair is fixed. Means if you are saying that the pressure is 1.013 bar, then temperature, saturation temperature corresponding to that pressure is fixed, and that is 100 degrees centigrade. Now you can find out it by experiments. So if you are having the experiment, you can find out at 1.013 bar what is the temperature, that is 100 degrees centigrade. At 5 bar what is the temperature, it is 152 degrees centigrade. At 10 bar what is the temperature, it is 180 degrees centigrade. So what is that temperature, that is the saturation temperature. So those are fixed, those are fixed. Now one more interesting thing you may have seen or observed from these lines. What is that interesting thing? You can see that the point F and G. What is that? From F to G, you will add the heat which is responsible for conversion of phase, and that we are calling it as the latent heating. We are calling it as a latent heating. So F to G, whatever the heat is added, that is called as a latent heat. So you can see that the distance F to G is more in case of 1.013 bar, it is less at 5 bar, it is again less than 10 bar. So what you can say? You can say that the latent heat is going to be reduced as the pressure is goes on increasing. So when you increase the pressure or when you increase the saturation temperature, anything you can say, then latent heat is goes on reducing. Are you getting these points or not? So see, when you increase the pressure, the saturation temperature increases and latent heat goes on reducing. So when you again increase the pressure, the latent heat will be less. Again if you increase the pressure, it will be again less. And there will be one point where there is no latent heat is there. Directly liquid will be converted into the vapor. It is not having any sort of latent heat, or you can't distinguish between the liquid and gaseous form. Okay, so see here what is going to happen. So this F point is called as a saturated liquid point. Similarly, this above point is also called as a saturated liquid point for this pressure. Above this you will have the again saturated liquid point. Similarly, this G point is called as a saturated vapor point. Similarly, you will have, there are a lot of saturated vapor points. So as I said that the pressure is increased, the latent heat is goes on increasing, this F and G distance will goes on reducing, and there will be one point where this F and G point will be same. Okay, so if you join all F points and if you join all G points, then there will be a curve like this. So all F points are joined by this line, all G points are joined by this line. So this line is consisting all saturated liquid points, all saturated vapor points are on the G line. So what we can say? We can say that, and where it is meeting, that is called as a C critical point. That is called as a C critical point. Okay, so see all the lines which is joining all saturated liquid points is called as saturated liquid line. So see here onwards I am saying that this is the saturated liquid line, while all the points joining the saturated vapor line, vapor points is called as a saturated vapor line. So this is saturated liquid line, this is saturated vapor line, and where that two lines are meeting is called as C, that is a critical point, where there is no any latent heat. Directly the liquid will be converted into the vapor. So that is what the critical point. Are you in this point? So see, when you increase the pressure, automatically the temperature is goes on increasing. So that pressure and temperature is having certain values, and those values are: temperature for critical point is 373.946 degrees centigrade, while pressure is 220.64 bar. So this pressure and this temperature, if you see, then that we can say that it is a critical point pressure and temperature. Any doubt in this? Any sort of doubts here? So this curve is called as the steam dome. What it is called as? Steam dome. This line is indicating saturated liquid line. This line is indicating saturated vapor line. The left side on this line you are having the liquid region. In this dome you will have the wet steam, and above this dome or right side of this curve you will have the superheated steam. So the condition of H2O is required, then you can find out on this side it is such subcooled liquid. If you see inside the dome it is wet steam, and if you see on this side then it is a superheated steam. So this is what the steam formation. Is there any doubt regarding this?